The ANC has launched its election manifesto for the municipal elections on the 1st of November. It's hoping to regain control of metros such as Tshwane and the Nelson Mandela Bay. But to do this, it's admitting its mistakes and promising even better governance. So let's find out what political analyst Professor Lesiba Teffo makes of its promises. He joins me this morning for this conversation. Prof, thank you so much for your time and a very warm good morning to you. Let's talk about this. I mean, Tshwane quite a significant venue here for, the ANC to choose to host their manifesto launch, I think, yesterday, given that Kgosi Mahepa recently told my colleague, given JJ Tabani, they expect a decisive win over Tshwane. Take me through the significance, I suppose, of this venue and what promises the president made.
Significance of Tshwane, I'm not sure of that anyway. Either way, it could have gone. Maybe it's expedient. Do I wanted to do it in the evening? The square is spacious enough to accommodate whatever, but I don't attach any meaning to it at all. In any event, for me, even if it were to win Tshwane and do what? Supposing they win Tshwane and do what? What they failed to do in the first 15 years to 20 years until they lost it to the DA. Those are the questions that I'm more interested in than the verbiage that doesn't take us forward as a country. What is important for me is not what the president said. It's not what the EFF said or the DA said. It's what they did not say that you and I know can take the country forward. And why don't they say what they know would take us forward? Yeah. If you allow me, I'll tell you only 4 points. And they all know very well that would change the trajectory of South Africa. One, the Constitutional Court made a ruling, amend the Electoral Act so that a son of a sharecropper in the furthest part of Limpopo or Northern Cape can raise his hand and say, I'm available to serve. And he will be accountable to the people and not to the party. They know. Precisely because it is the ANC that said we must change the Electoral Act because it was never meant to be permanent. And in 2002, through Dr. Van Zyl-Slabbert, they initiated the process. But on the eve of implementing their recommendations, they saw the potential to lose power. 20 years down the line, we are revisiting that. Many people are not aware that there is already a recommendation that is watered down and it was rejected by the ANC. That takes us back to Dr. Van Zyl-Slabbert. The EFF is not talking about that. The DA is not talking about it. The UDM is not talking about it because they are all obsessed with power, not with saving the people. They know if we change the Electoral Act, the right people will be in office. That's the first point. The second point, my president, Mandela Ramaphosa, knows very well that his party is in all sorts of trouble precisely because of the tender system. Well, he's a learned man. He will use very beautiful phrases like amending procurement systems. You don't reform a Frankenstein, you dismantle it. Get rid of the tender system. South Africa is in this situation precisely of that. But they are not talking about that. The third one is cadre deployment, right? Are they talking about that? All the parties, I don't hear them that much. Yes, the EFF, yes, the DA, right? Yes, when they talk about this, is when they are moaning and groaning. I say, in calm moments, let's discuss these things and see if there is merit in dealing with them. Lastly, and never mind who comes in, be it the EFF, the DA, if you don't deal with migration, I'm afraid South Africa is heading for a catastrophe.
I want to just also touch on this because I saw a tweet here coming in from, obviously South Africans who've been watching, one of them at least, saying that the speech yesterday sounded like, an abusive partner asking for forgiveness. It was filled with, we promise, we are sorry. Is that what South Africans wanted to hear at this point? Because this is constantly the messaging coming from, the president, that we are aware of our mistakes. We are aware of where we lack. We know what you want. We know where the mistakes of the ANC lie. And please forgive us. We are sorry. However, lend us your vote. Is that what South Africans wanted to hear yesterday?
Were you hearing it for the first time? What I even found more intriguing is when Blade Nzimande said, you want a better alliance, a respectable alliance, where we are not treated, we don't feel like abused partners or spouses. Keep talking, South Africa, but the mess is growing. The rot is growing. Sewage is spilling all over when verbiage and rhetoric is our strong point. And our critics say you are good at talking and not doing. Keep talking.
Yeah. How do you think the polls will look after this manifesto?
Come again?
How do you think the polls will look? Come the 1st of November, how do you think South Africans will vote after the speech yesterday?
Oh, no, I don't see much changing. The ANC will lose here and there, numerically speaking, but they will still win. This is Africa, my dear. People don't act on principal policies or issues. They are driven by what is in it for me. They are driven by the politics of the stomach. They are driven by, this is my member of the family, and therefore we stand as a family, as a community, as friends and buddies. And that is not the problem of South Africa. It's the tragedy of Africa.
Prof,
yes, the ANC will win.
I knew you meant business when you called me my dear, and I appreciate you talking to me this morning, Professor Lesiba Teffo, for your time, political analyst. That's all the time we had with you.